and has so far lived up to none of his lofty campaign promises. All we have had from Franklin Delano Roosevelt and his so-called brain trust is a great deal of high-flown talk and virtually no action. In a nation racked by poverty, misery, and unemployment, it is deeds we want from the White House, not words. In short, Mr. President, if you are listening, we've had enough of your fireside chats. It is time to act.
Criticism. Nothing but criticism.
I know. It's awful.
Did anybody see the Washington Post this morning?
Oh.
My friends, I say again, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Every cloud has a silver lining. You're never fully dressed without a smile. Thank you, Louis. Show them in.
Good morning, Mr. President.
Good morning, Oliver. Good of you to have come. And who's this?
Mr. President, this is my good friend Annie. She so wanted to meet you, I couldn't resist bringing her along, just to say hello.
Annie? Of course, the little girl who sang so beautifully on the radio last night.
Annie, this is President Roosevelt.
How do you do, President Roosevelt?
How do you do, Annie? You're quite as lovely as you sounded on the radio.
Thank you, President Roosevelt.
Well, let's begin.
Annie, if you wait outside, I'll...
No, Oliver. Let Annie stay. Having a child on hand will keep us on our best behavior.
Thank you, Mr. President. Annie?
Harold, I don't want to hear so much as a gosh out of you. Now, Oliver, you know everyone, of course, but Annie, let me introduce you. Secretary of Labor Perkins, Secretary of State Hull, Acting Secretary of the Treasury Morgenthau, Secretary of Interior's Ickes, and my good friend and aide, Mr. Lewis Howe. Now, Oliver, since you represent those happy few Americans who have any money left, I'd like to hear your matters.
Mr. President, in the words of Calvin Coolidge, the business of this country is business. And for the good of you, the country, Wall Street, and me, we've got to get my factories open and the workers back to work.
According to my latest figures, there are now 15 million Americans out of work and nearly 50 million Americans with no fiscal means of support.
Mr. President, if I may say so myself, unemployment is not a worse problem. The dispatches from Germany are becoming more and more disturbing each day. There could be war.
Germany? Fiddlesticks! People are starving in this country!
Harold, I know that. But in the long run.
Cordell, for people who are starving, there is no long run.
The problem is it's all happening at once. The stock market is taking another nosedive.
Sit-down strikes, riots, floods, dust storms!
And the FBI still hasn't cut Dillinger.
Oh!
But at least we're all agreed on one thing. The situation is hopeless and getting worse.
The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Shh, quiet little girl.
Harold, go ahead. No, that's all right, my dear. It's still a free country.
Just thinking about tomorrow. Clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow. Till there's I'm stuck with that day that's gray and lonely. I just stick up my chin and grin and say, the sun come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come one day, tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you tomorrow. You're always a dear away.
Harold Ickes, stand up.
What?
Stand up! Now, Harold, sing.
Sing?
Yes, sing. Like Annie. I've just decided that if my administration is going to be anything, it's going to be optimistic about the future of this country. Now, Harold, sing.
But Franklin, you know.
Sing.
The sun come out
chin and grin and say, my friends, everyone, public it's you, Oliver, sing.
Bus will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're always a day away. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're always a day away.
A telegram, sir.
Excuse me, everyone. This isn't from me, it's for you, Oliver, your secretary in New York. Hundreds of couples jamming street outside house, all claiming to be Annie's parents, have begun to scream. Suggest you return to New York at once. Signed, Grace Farrell.
Well, I guess the Hour of Smiles has more listeners than we thought, huh, Annie?
Gee, hundreds of couples? One of them's bound to be my mother and father.
Well, as much as I'm enjoying your company, Oliver, especially yours, Annie, it sounds like you better get back to New York.
Yes, Mr. President, if you don't mind. Annie?
Bye, everybody. Bye, Annie. Goodbye, Mr. President, and thank you.
No, thank you, Annie. You're the kind of person a president should have around him.
Mr. President, what if we set up 100 or 1,000 federal projects?
Build dams.
Hire
New post offices.
and put the unemployed to work building them.
We could create 5 million jobs within 6 months.
Weekly paychecks with those millions of relief and back to paying taxes.
We could build a country so strong that nobody, including Chancellor Hitler, could ever defeat us at war.
The FBI caught baby Nelson, didn't they? They're bound to get Schillinger.
Mr. President, what we've got to give this country is nothing less than a new outlook, a new vision, a new approach, a new concept, a new dedication, a new horizon, a new spirit, a new attitude.
A new deal! Gentlemen, I was right the first time. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.